Yeah, hey, hey, this the podcast, everyday nonsense. This your God sent with Nick and Lawrence. Like and watch it and comment. Let us know what you want and become a friend like the real Senate. Try not to get offended, never know who the next guest is. Lawrence and Cousin Nick. This the podcast, everyday nonsense. Everyday nonsense podcast. Insta, YouTube, you know what to do.
Hey, welcome back to another episode of Everyday Nonsense Podcast. I'm Lawrence. This is my cousin Nick, and tonight we are joined by a friend of ours, Lieutenant Joe Internicola.
Hey,
Going on, Joe. We're really grateful that you could make the time to come down the street and and come hang out.
literally down the street.
Yeah,
Talk
right.
about, we got the Patriots Day coming up, which is the anniversary for the unfortunate Boston bombing events that you responded to and participated in the search, and you have a, we wanted to hear your story about that on this anniversary.
Yeah. Get a little background too, how you got to there and stuff like that. And I mean, when I was thinking about it, I was like, I fucking know.
Took the
A
SWAT,
friend of mine
took the
was
SWAT trucks.
literally there to do this, and it's coming up, and it's a bit, and I didn't know how you would feel about talking about it and stuff like that, but I figured because of our relationship, I could ask you. And you said yes, and I'm pumped. And that's why this show is going to be sick. So, can we get a little bit background for people that don't know yet? You know what I mean? So Joe, out of high school, military, like the plan?
Yeah, so went to Revere High with you guys.
Yeah.
Graduated in '94. Hate dating myself, but
We were there together.
wait.
We were there for a minute together.
Yeah, like, just
like
like
1 minute.
yeah. Not long, because we're way younger than that.
Yeah, dude. Seriously. Why do we got to talk about our age every episode? Lawrence?
Nick, because they're calling us old.
I don't want to talk about it every episode.
We're not, though, Nick. And we look great. You too, for you as old as you are.
Oh, stop it. We can't
kidding.
recycle jokes.
No, I'm teasing you.
I walked right into that.
No,
I really
I'm
did.
joking. I'm just, listen, I'm coming after you. You're tall and you got a full head of hair. That's it. That's my only two downfalls. You know what I mean? So anyway, we Revere High. That's why you get this.
Yeah.
And so you joined the military after.
No, so I was 17 and I talked to a recruiter and he was blowing smoke up my ass. So I went to college, Northeastern.
Oh, wow. Oh,
Yeah.
jeez.
I did 5 years at Northeastern. Thank God for that co-op program. And then when I graduated, my dad, I thought he was shaking my hand. He handed me the bill. So I said, oh, shit, I better.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Yeah, congratulations. You have all this debt.
You have this debt.
Yeah.
I knew I wanted to be a cop my whole life. And, it started out, my dad was a police officer in Everett, and I wanted to, I always thought he was larger than life.
Right.
And then it evolved, and I was going to help people, whether they wanted my help or not. And I knew, the college degree was great, but it didn't help me in. So I enlisted. I graduated in June, and I enlisted in October. And I served 3 years active Army.
Wow.
Military intelligence. Very, very intelligent.
Extremely. You
No.
just did a 5-piece at Northeastern, bro. You kidding me?
I wish they had the look on my face when they showed me the 1920 equipment I was burying. It was really laughable. It was really
my
bad.
God.
But it was a long 3 years, and I had multiple surgeries and injuries that I thought, why, God, did you do this to me? But I think in hindsight, looking back, someone was looking out for me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because Fort Drum, which I chose to go up into the frozen tundra of Fort Drum, where Alaska would go for their cold weather training.
Did you lose a bet?
Yeah, I know.
Exactly.
They're like, this guy wants to go where we punish people. There we go.
Exactly. They were
All right, send them.
What a fool. I
Yeah.
could have picked anywhere I wanted in
Yeah.
the world. I went to upstate New York.
All right, man.
But yeah, but it was a blessing because I guess, in the end of the day, those who serve us, we lose soldiers no matter where they are. And those guys were going to Kosovo and Afghanistan and Iraq, Bosnia, Africa.
Yeah, that time. Because for you went to college. So you're talking 99, 2000.
Yeah, 201.
When I was going to go, it was 98.
Yeah.
And it was right in like before stuff was starting to really.
Yeah. I was in New York City September 10th.
Wow.
2001. Roger Clemens was pitching against Pedro Martinez, and we were doing funeral detail. So I go, guys, we got to watch this game. Yeah. And we had rifles, so we didn't think we could. And New York was going to watch the rifles. And our next funeral was in Boston, so I was like torn. Do we want to stay here? Do we want to go home? I'll get to see everyone, get to see my family. And the guys were like, I'm not paying to go to this game. Fuck baseball, whatever, So we left. Imagine if we stayed there.
Yeah.
So we left 9/11. I woke up in the hotel in Boston, right next to the Prudential, to those events, and that's a whole nother episode.
Wow, bro, you really do got a horseshoe. And thank God, I'm so
crazy.
happy you do.
Crazy.
I'm so happy you do, pal.
Yeah.
Wow. So
yeah.
now, so that was for when you were in the military, not the police department.
Yeah, 99 to 02.
Yeah.
Army.
Right.
Got out in 02. Went to the police academy in April of 04.
Yeah.
And then got on the SWAT team like September of 05.
So that was like you went right to that unit. Well, now is that like the Revere SWAT? I mean,
it was like the Revere. They called it Special Operations Unit, SOU. So
Okay.
we were Revere SOU.
Okay.
And they told me you should try out if you want to be considered in the future. You ain't making the team, but you better fucking be there. I'm like, okay. So I go to the tryout and I do well. And there's only 3 of us and they wanted 2. And so I made the team. And
Wow.
And then next thing you know, I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? Like I wasn't prepared. I wanted to be a cop my whole life. I want to help people. I'm like, what the hell is this?
Right.
So
I think it's awesome.
It was. That's what I wanted too. It just didn't work out that way. That was my plan.
Lawrence went to the Marines.
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh,
I was there for 8 out of 10 weeks. My piss test came back for THC.
They waited till they tortured him first.
Yeah, I came out of the gas chamber, did the hump, the hike back, got back to the thing from BWT, and my name, my camis is on there. It's hanging up. First time seeing that. And I got, say, it's all right. I think the thing that really sucked
I didn't know that part of the story.
Yeah, it happens. I had to rip
Now
them off.
everyone knows.
Yeah, it's all right. It's my mother says it was a blessing because I was going to be in the infantry,
Right.
Dumb as rocks, and then I was actually going to be a security guard. Which I didn't realize that security forces. I thought it sounded cool, like what you got.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, it was a security guard at an embassy. That was my cool job.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of a cool job.
It was cool because I was going to be overseas.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'd be doing if I was overseas. Shit. No, but anyway, it didn't work out because I wanted to be a police officer. That was my dream. It just didn't work out. So anyway, my mother says it was for a blessing. It was all a blessing.
Right.
So that's how I look at it. And the way my life is, I wouldn't change a thing about it. So
That's nice.
yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
So, but this isn't about me. You guys have heard about me for 49 episodes now.
Yeah.
49. This is number 49.
Wow.
Yeah, we've been going after
That's
it.
good.
Yeah. So I'm not going to talk about me, but this past Friday,
I'm not going to talk about me, but
I had an awesome time. I just want to say this real quick in the middle of your story, and I'm sorry, but that's just how we do it. Is Pulling the Cork had a comedy show Friday night. It was so much fun. I had such a blast. Right? I was sitting with Al. We had Lou. We had his wife. His cousin, the Pulling the Cork guys did an unbelievable job. I know. I'm just
Everybody
saying,
was
shout
there.
out. It was awesome. The guys from Sun Saturday Solo Cup Saturdays. There's Chelsea guys. They got a podcast. We had a blast. Such a great job they did. Anyway, there you go. I just want to throw that out there. So now, okay.
Were you there or did
no, I wasn't able to
No, it was
make
Nick's birthday party, and I couldn't make it
That's
because
okay.
it was the last minute. It wasn't my fault.
No, it's
Oh, this
totally
is sensitive.
No,
I
it's
didn't
not at
even
all.
know that.
No, not at all.
This is good for the show.
I'm
This
good.
is
I
for
don't.
the show.
I wasn't worried about it.
All right.
Decisions were made. That's
So
let's
wait,
put
so
it that
I
way.
thought like you were gonna be like, dude, I was in the gang unit. Like you had Vatos, you were yelling out the Revere Bloods. You know what I mean?
Oh, you want to go there?
No, but you know what else I wanted to go to? And I thought of this, and you know what? Now's the time.
Oh, boy.
You see my shirt?
Yep.
So this has two things to it.
All right.
One is picture me being like Ben Affleck in The Town, telling you the halfway up with the antenna. Every peewee in Charlestown knows you're a knock. This is how we feel when we see you guys wearing the Red Sox shirts over your uniforms.
That was me. You know that was me back in the day.
Listen, I
Right.
get it. Yeah, we can see your whole chest.
Yeah.
Now, you know what I mean? For me, you'd only see my neck up. You'd be like, anyway, no. So that, and obviously what we were going to talk about, I thought it was fitting for the marathon bombing and the.
You're talking about the shirt you're wearing?
Yeah, the Red Sox
Okay,
shirt.
all right.
Yeah.
All right, now he's trying to draw the map for us so we realize that there's a reason he's wearing the Boston shirt.
It was a twofer.
Hey,
Well, I'll
very,
give you- I'll
very
give you-
creative, very deep thought went into that shirt.
I'll give you a 3-for. Ready? I'm going to throw a curveball at you. Made me relive, and that's what popped into my mind. 2007, September 29, 2007. Danny Talbot.
Oh,
yeah,
yes,
man.
yes.
People still to this day don't know the story, and it angers me.
Yeah, that was a terrible story.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a terrible
And
situation.
I have no problem telling you that from my perspective as well, because here we are. So who gives a fuck, right? The truth shall set you free. But Danny and a couple of friends were behind the high school. After a day off, they were drinking a few beers on the bleachers, and a wannabe Broadway blood went walking through and was cutting from, West Revere to East Revere to go to Shirley Ave, where he was staying with a friend because he had just gotten into a domestic with his mother, right? And his friend that lived now on Shirley Ave got housing after him and his friends burnt down their house on Constitution Ave. That all really happened. But so as he's walking through, I think he recognized cops sitting there drinking.
Sure.
They had words, and the kid walked off.
I will say this: when you're a kid, right, or a young, teenager, and you are a neighborhood person,
You're a criminal in the neighborhood.
Okay, all right.
Yep.
You know the police.
Yes, I was just about to say. I'm
All
glad
right,
because I knew all the police when we grew up in Beachmont.
I know. Me
we
too.
knew all the police.
You know what I mean?
And they knew him 1,000,000%. And
Well, they
this
were
kid-
also in that gang unit.
This kid, Derek Lodi, knew Danny Talbot 1,000,000%.
Yeah.
So he was wearing all his colors,
Yeah, of
coming
course.
from a party on Coolidge Street, whatever.
Yeah.
Drunk, high, whatever. Walks by, gets into words. I know who you are, whatever. Keeps walking, walks away. They think he walks away. They're just continuing on. I know for a fact that he called one of his friends. Now, I don't know if he said the cops are here or they're off duty or they're drinking or whatever, but he said something to the fact that I need you here. I saw the video.
They have
When
a
everyone
gun.
else doubted what really happened, I saw the fucking video of the back of the high school of 3 kids dressed in black running down True Street to the fence where the baseball field is, running over across the fence line and out of view where the baseball field is. The entrance where that path is to go where Dunkin' Donuts or whatever that store was to go to Shirley Ave or Harris Street. You know that long path?
Yeah.
And they run out of view. Now, was it $1 million shot? Of course it was. Their words come extreme. They're wearing black. They snuck up. One of them had a firearm. He pulls it out and like hip shoots and shoots fucking Danny right in the head. It pretty much dies on the spot.
Right.
And Revere police did it. It was a drug deal. It was something gone bad. It was punk kids wanting to be a Broadway blood gang.
Yeah.
Dealing dime bag weed. Just got a firearm. I could tell you who they bought the firearm from. Like,
Right.
we were working the gang unit tirelessly. I don't even think I was getting paid. I wasn't even on the clock. We were driving around interviewing people. And I'm not looking for a pat on the back.
Of course not. We know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Me and the 2 people I was working the Shannon Grant with, it was called Shannon Grant. It's gang unit. Interviewed 50 kids in the city. One kid was like, I know who did it. But you got to meet me at the cemetery. We meet him at the cemetery. And he's like, it was these kids. Pulls up their MySpace accounts. Shows us them wearing colors, doing the signs. He was like 100%. It was them. I heard them talking. So we bring him to the police station. The FBI's there, state police, like they're handling it from there.
Sure.
And they bring in the 2 kids. I bring in one of them because I knew him. I dealt with him and his mother. Probably doesn't know this to this day, but he was a suspect in that. But we kind of made up a story of why we were bringing him. And I'm watching him talking. He's not nervous. He's not lying. He's not. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here?
Sure.
This kid's, there's no way. He would be shitting his pants. I knew him.
Right.
And I knew he'd be shitting his pants. He wasn't. So I've been up like 24 hours. I go home. The only phone number, the only time I gave my phone number out, my personal phone number, was the kid I met in the cemetery.
Yeah.
I hadn't slept in days. I passed out. I wake up to like 20 missed calls from him. I call him back. I'm like, what's up? Like, what the fuck? What's going on? He starts crying. I lied to you. You've been good to me. I got to tell you that I was there. I was with them. I'm like, go to the police station. He's like, I'm on my way. I went there. Fucking told the real story this time.
Wow.
And that's what led to the arrest.
Wow. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I mean, if it makes you feel better, when it first happened, I mean, obviously we were very close with Danny and all you guys, right? And I heard both stories, the ridiculous stories.
Yeah.
And knowing this, you know, at least I wasn't stupid enough to believe that. I hope that other people weren't, but obviously everybody wants to say negative shit and talk shit, say bad things. You know, everybody seems to not everybody. There's a group of negative people.
Yeah.
Especially from where we come from in the surrounding areas. You know, it's just how it is. There's great people and then there's some shitty people. That's what, you know, that's what makes it what it is.
Now, should cops be drinking off duty behind the high school? No. You deserve to die for that.
No.
And right.
No,
So
of course
let's
not.
see it for what it is, right? And was I one of the guys drinking that? I was not, right? I was at a detail. It used to be called, the prime time was Plaza Garibaldi.
Oh yeah, I remember.
It was always a shit show there. It was always a problem. And of course, I'm hearing everything on the radio, but I'm dealing with a shit show. Like, I can't let you. You're drunk. You're trying to drive. I'm trying to tow your car and not arrest you. I want to go down there and see what the fuck's going on. I can't, like, in good conscience, leave this guy with this car. Right? Nobody was coming.
Right.
So by the time I get there, like, everybody's gone. But there's administration that was there, and they were like, there's no fucking way 3 kids dressed in. This is fucking Revere. Like, that's what everyone thought. This is Revere. I'm like, what? Like, who said? Like, what's happening? What are they saying? What the fuck's going on? Is he okay?
Yeah.
Like, I was completely in the dark, and I was hearing the stories and hearing people talking. And I went to the station with them, and they pulled up that video, and they fucking almost shit their pants. Because even the cops were like, "There's no way they were fucking around. They were doing something." And then the video, you see 3 kids dressed in black running up and sneaking over, and they're like.
Yeah, because you know, there's been stories about the firearms and the
truck. Yeah.
That
got shot.
You know, and it's you know, and I really didn't remember much of the stories, honestly.
Right. I just remember the 2 different versions of it.
I just remember when after it happened and it was like sirens everywhere. The morning of. After it happened that night, that next morning, I remember the city was just like, there was a feeling to it, you know? And then us growing up with them and knowing, you know what I mean? But, wow, thank you for telling that story because, you know.
Yeah, it's something we would have never asked about.
And I never would have brought it up but Danny deserves that. Like,
he
might have had a beer, but he wasn't, you know.
Dude, he was the best.
He was, he was one of us, and we grew up with him, and he was a nut. We knew him, but
dude,
he did nothing. He did absolutely nothing to deserve.
No, absolutely not. That was just a tragedy, man. Right? Yeah. Oh man, that's
you know,
that's tough, especially when it's someone that you know personally and you care about, and that's kind of the way it is in the cities. You know, like Revere and Everett, Medford, Malden, Chelsea, all these places. All these guys grow up in the city, work police, fire in the city, so you know everyone, you know the neighborhoods, you know you grew up with a lot of the people there, and any loss is felt. You know, tragically. And obviously you did everything you could, it sounds like, and you know, Revere Police, you know, you guys got it done. And Revere Police got it done on Patriots Day.
Right.
You guys were
that special unit. There was quite a few, right, of Revere.
All right, so I'll get to that. So where I was, Marathon Monday, where am I?
Yes.
I'm normally drinking like everyone else, right? On
Yeah.
somewhere on the
Big day, right?
you know, finish line. We all go there. I was actually building my house that year, and I was being responsible, and I was taking some leftover hardwood floor back to Mass Flooring and moving. And I'll never forget. I'm talking to the guy about like the leftover pallet I had or whatever, and then it was on the news on the television. Holy shit! Like what the fuck?
I have a little still like of just that was the first.
Yeah.
That was the first bomb. And just to give an idea, you know, like how congested, like, you know, it's Marathon Monday. They say that it's the one of the biggest things in our city.
Yeah, it's one of, you know, it's one of the most famous. It's the oldest sporting, I think, other than Red Sox.
The oldest marathon,
Monday,
yeah.
Right. And to have bombs going off, like, you know, stuff like this happens in a lot, unfortunately, in other countries, and for it to happen here and that type of attack happen here was very, you know, I understand from a lot of veterans that were overseas at the times, you know, and dealt with that type of fear of IEDs all the time. That was a tough scenario when it first hit. You realize what you were dealing with if there were anything else. And I'm sure now you just said you're having a nice Saturday, whatever, afternoon, Monday. Yeah, Marathon Monday, right? Having a good, nice Monday afternoon, returning to Howard Floor. And now you see that this is something that you're going to mutual aid.
Yeah.
Wow. Now you got called in.
So while I'm at Mass Floor in Woburn at the time, Mass Flooring or something like that, you know, my phone rings like, get in here, we're activating the
dude, like the movie with Charlie Sheen. What's the when they're the SEALs? The SEALs.
Yeah.
And they're all playing golf, having a great old time. All of a sudden the pages go off.
Right.
And you're like, dude, regulators, mount up.
No, I was talking to one of the guys I know, and I'm like, oh fuck, I gotta go.
Sorry, I was trying to.
If he keeps interrupting you, it's going to take till next Marathon Monday to hear your story.
I am when it comes to I'm reliving this because you know.
I'm sorry.
It kind of. No, don't.
No, be sorry.
I'm just like.
Okay, yeah. So
I get the call and I go home and grab my shit and go to the PD, and then I have no idea what's going on, but they were Boston was calling for support from different jurisdictions from multiple target sites because they didn't know if this was like a terrorist attack or if there would be more. So I'm in my full gear with my team, and we're doing circles around City Hall Plaza, Faneuil Hall.
We're like waiting for your orders.
They wanted a presence.
That's what they wanted you there, right? Okay. Now, are you in the armored vehicle?
We didn't have the wonderful armored vehicle that we have now. We had like up armored like Humvees.
Yeah.
Like
okay.
The turret.
Yeah, but it was a military style presence for just to give people an idea what it looked like.
We parked it out there, and then we were like teams and kind of like spread out, doing laps around City Hall Plaza, and I don't know, for 8 hours or until they like okay, and we cleared and then we were done, and that was like probably into the morning from the April 15th to April 16th, and then we were done. And then you're watching this cowards on the news drop a bomb next to a kid's foot. You know what I mean? It just breaks your heart. So like
the magnitude of what actually happened that day started to really unravel.
Yeah, because I had no time to figure out what really happened. I had no idea the magnitude of it and the evilness that occurred in Boston in our hometown, and how evil people can be until you see the video of him dropping that, just walking away smiling.
Yeah, and I remember this
is a picture of them in the crowd, like looking.
Yep.
Yeah, like I remember that when that first happened, reading that the way that they identified him initially was by watching video, and when the bomb first hit, they had an FBI agent who's actually watching, looking for the person who wasn't running. So everybody was running,
Yeah.
and they were looking for the person who was acting like they knew that this was gonna happen. They followed them on the video. That's how they tracked.
So the way that they found him to watch that was somebody said, "Hey, you need to check out these pictures." They were on, all these people, and they asked, "Anybody have any pictures? Send them to us." And I guess on the email that they gave, they had like 7 million emails instantly, like of people.
Okay.
And one of the emails was,
So that's how they get the
look
picture
at
of
these
these.
images,
Yes.
and it had the bag in it. And then what they did was they time stamped what time it was with the bag, and then they watched that spot until
Yeah.
the bag appears.
Yep.
Sure.
And then they found the person. And then what you were saying, they found them, and then I'm telling you. Sorry. No, so but they watched to see, okay, when the first one goes off, what did they do? And that
Yeah, I remember seeing the picture.
white hat, black hat, motherfuckers.
And he's everyone's running, screaming, and he's standing there like watching it, taking it all in. So I'm sorry, I didn't.
No, that's exactly what happened. I mean,
So now you're home watching this all unfold on the news.
so after the fact, and
Dying to get in
between
it.
the 16th and the 18th, and then the night of the 18th, I think I'm at work, and they put out bolos, like be on the lookout, right?
Yeah.
Stolen motor vehicle, black BMW in Boston, may be related to the marathon bombing. We're hearing this and being like, what the fuck? What's going on over there? And we hear about Sean Collier, the MIT cop. He gets executed in his cruiser for his firearm, which they never actually get.
Yeah, right.
So they kill him for an extra firearm, but then
Unbelievable.
can't figure out how to get the gun out of the holster.
out of the holster.
And he's just sitting there on his like routine patrol, like not moving, parked
That's just
at MIT.
tragedy.
It's awful.
Yeah.
So we hear that, and then all of a sudden, over the citywide, now everyone's listening to the citywide. Like normally, you just listen to Revere,
Right.
but listening to Boston, which we don't usually do, and they're calling for a any tactical teams in the area respond to this location. So I call the chief. I get permission with another guy who's still on the team with me right now. And me and him jump in like the old traffic unit, like big Ford.
Yeah.
Jump in that.
Not the old Humvee, right? The old that.
No, we didn't jump
no,
in. We didn't jump in that. We jumped into like, whatever that we could find with our SWAT gear and our rifles. So we grab our rifles, grab our gear, grab the fucking cruiser like a bigger cruiser, because they didn't have all these.
Just
Ford
two of you,
Explorers.
or
Just two of us
Yeah.
for now. We get on scene with like GPS and where are we going? Like in the middle of MIT or Watertown. It was Watertown because that's where the transit cop engaged Donahue. The transit cop engaged and got shot and almost lost his life.
Right.
So we get on scene and we're walking up with our rifles. Now we're stepping over shell casings and blood in Donahue's cruiser. And we're like, what the fuck?
Right.
And they're like, we got to set up a perimeter. And then we're finding out, number one's dead. Number two, somewhere.
Now the brother, the older brother was 26, and he was how old? Do you remember?
I don't.
No. So he killed his brother, right? He ran his
Supposedly
brother
ran him
over
over.
with the stolen vehicle.
Yes.
He backed over him and ran off and killed. He backed over him.
Did he?
And killed him, or gravely injured him. I don't know.
No, he drove over him, dragged him down the street.
Yeah. I know he backed over him to get away, and then he went on the run. But it's crazy. Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, it was.
Well,
So now you're getting that report. One's dead, not
so-
knowing that he got killed by his own brother.
Y'all hearing all this that when you got to Watertown, it was already after that gunfight that they had with them.
So there
and
was
he took
two
off?
different gunfights in two different areas. Actually, three. You have the MIT incident,
Yeah.
right? Then you have like the carjacking of the BMW, or one happened, I think, one after the other.
The Chinese dude.
But then Donahue in Watertown,
Okay, yeah.
the transit cop, and then you have the brother incident not too far away.
Which is, yeah.
Now
where the
you're
brother's
tracking
dead.
him.
So we're on foot now. Our truck is wherever. We have most of our gear on with our rifles, and we're just looking for work. Where you want, where you need us, and we're stepping over crime scene like normally would be taped off, but they had everyone meeting there. And then they realized we could
Because this is a live situation. You know, it's
Right.
not-
There was over 200 rounds, they said.
at the initial site. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
do you remember the videos?
I just watched them all
Did you?
today.
Dude,
I still haven't.
it's full, like, it's all you hear is just
Really?
gunfire, dude.
Which incident? The Donahue or the other
Hey,
one?
and then they were saying that they thought that they had 2 guns.
Right.
They were just,
And bombs.
but they found out
that's what I
that
was just about to get into. I was going to say that.
Right.
So I don't know at what point of that scenario, but they were throwing improvised devices. They were throwing homemade
Right.
hand grenades.
Out of the car as they were driving. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
And
They were
at the
chasing them
firefight too, right?
Through Watertown. That's why, like, we didn't know where to go. They didn't know where to send us because where it ended, they believed
It's like a
one
live
of them was
situation. How do you
one of them
supposed to
was
know?
on
Yeah.
foot somewhere, and they
Wow.
thought he might have been injured, and they didn't want to let him get out of the perimeter.
Right.
So now 2 of us are on scene. I find the commanding officer for Boston Police, and I'm like, "Hey, my chief wants to know, like, you need our team here because we can have him." He goes, "Press that button." I looked at him. He goes, "Get every last motherfucker here now." I went,
Right.
"Okay."
Yeah.
Like,
Everybody.
right. So I activate the team. They come, and now when I initially got sent there, it was what, 11 p.m.
AM
So-
or PM?
p.m.
PM. Right.
I think he was shot at 9:30, so somewhere after that, like it was 11:30 when I'm gearing up, driving in to Watertown, and then the team meets up with us somewhere within, and then we're like trying to search, half-ass search and half-ass cover perimeter of like streets that they think they might have them in. Right?
Yeah.
So now we have to like figure out who's going to search. We're gridding it out. Who's going to
Sure.
search what houses? But they call in everyone. Now, when I tell you there was teams from New Hampshire, Rhode Island,
It was a.
Massachusetts, state, local,
It was the
It was like a
largest-
battalion.
it was,
It was the largest
Platoon.
manhunt.
So insane.
Again, I'm telling
you
you.
can't even imagine like how many people. And we're meeting at the Arsenal Mall. So
And it's all cops because
But-
the city's under a lockdown.
right,
So no one's supposed to be
so they
out.
put the city in lockdown, and now we're all standing by, not waiting for like the team leaders of all the teams, which was my chief at the time.
Yeah.
So they're going to like, what do you need us to do? We're here. Like,
Right.
So we were there on scene in the like
In a
crime
hold position,
scene,
right?
and then we were on perimeter. And now we're like, let's go meet, and then you're going to get your assignments. So we get assignments, and we must have searched like 50 to 100 houses, right?
Yeah.
Between 7 a.m. and
Like knocking on
4
doors,
4
talking
p.m.
to residents.
Knocking on doors,
Yeah.
checking the backyards. If you had a shed, we're checking that. Checking your
Garages.
basement.
That's where this pitch is from, right?
So that we're walking down the street in like some type of a formation as we're going house
Now
to
that's
house.
you in the picture.
That's
Okay.
with
Yeah.
my helmet on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, my phone, whatever phone I had was in, the SWAT van or the Humvee or whatever. We had like this crappy blue SWAT van that we used to use. And so we had Humvees, armored Humvees, and then we had the SWAT van. And someone took that traffic unit car for wherever the hell I left it.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. Just leave
I'm
it.
sure, right?
So we're at Arsenal Mall. We get our assignments. We're searching houses. Now it's like 4 p.m. My radio's chirping. My radio's dying. I'm exhausted. I remember going into one house and I'm literally falling asleep, like in a stack, right? You're getting ready to go in. And I'm like falling asleep.
Right.
I should be my adrenaline by
Yeah,
this
at that point.
wasn't working.
Maybe 4 days,
So
right?
yeah. No, it was like it was a long night because I went there.
Yeah. You just
Okay.
And then I was overnight, and then to
Right.
the next day, and
Right.
no sleep and no napping, and then
Yeah.
just continuing. So now it's
right.
24 hours plus of being awake. And we had MREs for some reason in the Humvees, like meal ready.
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
Yeah,
MREs
ready to eat. Yeah.
are.
They're actually not that bad.
So somebody's like, have coffee. I'm like, what the fuck? We
Oh,
gotta make
yeah.
coffee. He's like, no, chew the beans. I'm
Oh,
like, oh, so I chew them, and I'm like, wow, like,
Yeah.
Wow, it's a
that
sign.
helped.
Yeah,
It just
yeah.
really, I didn't know how I was going to make it through the day.
Yeah.
And then we had our radios changed out. And then at the end of the day, we team up with Boston. It's like, I want to say 3, 4 o'clock. It could be somewhere around there. We're exhausted. We're searching the smaller part of this apartment building. Boston, with the armored vehicles, is searching the rest of the huge apartment building because we were a lot smaller than them. So as we're searching it, I hear, we need a TAC team here now. So I don't know where I am. I barely know what city I'm in.
Yeah,
Right, right.
Yeah, of course.
I'm like rallying our team. So I go up to the Boston Bearcat driver. I'm like, do you hear them calling for a TAC team? He's like, man, I'm just a driver. I'm like, are you guys going to go? He's like, we ain't going anywhere. They're all in there. So we rally. We start driving. We don't know where the fuck we're going. And it was like something out of a movie. At the end of the street, wherever, they hadn't lifted the ban yet. So there's guys at the end of the street pointing like that way because we're like, where the fuck?
Yeah, right.
We
Yeah.
get our helmets on. They know we're SWAT. We're in a fucking armored vehicle with a guy in the turret. We get the van. And I'm leading the way in the van, me and one of my buddies. And everyone's like, where the fuck did they go? And they're like, they're calling for a team. So now the rest of the team's the chief included, trying to catch up to me as we're fucking being pointed in what direction. So we get to the end of the street. There's a trooper. And they're like, down here. So trooper won't let us drive. The street's packed with cars. And so the guy I'm with who was driving, the trooper goes, you can't park it. He goes, fucking you park it. And throws the keys at him.
Oh, man.
And now we're exhausted, but we're running down the fucking street.
Right.
You're responding to the call.
To where we think we're needed. No idea. And we get down to the end of the street. I take a shortcut. I want to see what the fuck I'm looking at. I have my rifle and my sight on it, and there's 3 cops with like light blue shirts on. They're behind a car. So I go down the grass of a neighbor across the street from the house with the boat in it. And I'm like, what do we have here? And I'm like just setting my rifle on like, what do you have? And this I probably shouldn't say, but I'm going to say it anyways. They go, if there's anything in that boat, it ain't alive. And I go, why? What happened? He goes, we lit it the fuck up. And I look around, there's shell cases everywhere.
Yeah, right.
And then if you look at the picture, there's all holes in the boat. I don't know what they saw.
I know I remember the state police had a helicopter and they were able to use infrared to see him in the boat, right?
No, they had so we're in the driveway and we're Revere SOU at the time. I don't think we're not North Metro SWAT yet. And so since we had the driveway, we had long guns. They sent support, like the feds were there, ATF, state police, and then other teams like Malden. Everett had just left, but one of the guys would not leave. Because you have to understand our mentality. We're like, this motherfucker's here somewhere. I don't want to leave. I don't want to go home knowing that this piece of shit is out here.
Yeah, I agree.
So, like, I'm on whatever, no sleep, but I didn't want to go. But we were going to finish that apartment building, and we were leaving. My chief was telling us, we're leaving after we do this. So, like, he's at when I tell you we're done, he's checking under cars in the parking garage underneath. And when I hear the radio, I only heard the radio because someone brought us radios and was like, hey, I heard you might need these. Like, we did. And then you know what I mean?
Yeah, right. So it's just everything happened by chance.
Which is unbelievable. And not because I have the story, but because I got to see it through. Like, seeing it through meant the world to me.
Sure. Of course. Absolutely.
So we're in what felt like forever. Now, so they have a Bearcat behind this house in the back, and they're using like an arm to rip the cover. It was like,
the boat cover,
shrink wrapped or whatever you call it, right?
Yeah, shrink wrap. Yeah.
And so a guy saw it ripped. He went outside to go smoke a butt out of his house, and he sees like blood, which you can see on the photo, or sees something that was like a little rip. So they rip it open even more, and they just start flashbanging the shit out of it. You hear them like pop, 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 and then they pepper spray it, right? Like there's rounds that you could put in there that will make you choke. So then we can hear that, but we can't hear anything. I'm like thinking, there's no fucking way this guy bunkered in this boat, like all the way the fuck from wherever we started, wherever that was. There's no way. And what do you believe? Like, eventually, his head sticks up, and from the side, I could see his fucking big nose, and I'm like, holy shit! That in my mind, I'm like, that's motherfucker. I can't believe it.
Yeah.
So I'm down the driveway looking at the front of the boat, and they end up coming up with a plan that we're going to be the arrest team. Because now he's out of the boat and he's like sitting on the edge, just like the picture. So I'm like number 2 in the stick with I'm cover. The guy in front of me, so there maybe there's 2 more. The first guy had his rifle, and he was going to be cover as well. And the number 2 guy, who I work with, is going to cuff him. So we move up, grabs him by his arm, and just plants him on the ground. Cuffs, and as he's about to cuff him, a transit guy comes out of God knows where and says, Donahue's cuffs.
Wow.
And
Wow.
and
man.
my buddy Mike Travaglio cuffs him right there, boom. And then they take control. But
It's crazy. So that part there with transit brings the officer's cuffs.
Yeah.
That
So because they didn't know if Donahue was going to make it. Like,
Yeah,
it was,
Yeah.
And like
There's
that
a
was
picture of
symbolic, and we're all for each other. Like,
of
you know what I
course,
mean?
right.
And so as we're standing there, I hear, get that fucking idiot out of the boat. I look up and my chief climbs into the boat to clear it, to make sure there's nobody else in there. And I swear to God, I shielded my face. I thought the boat was going to blow up. I really did. I mean,
because we didn't know if he left an IED.
Yeah, absolutely.
so he shouldn't have gone in there, but God did make a great photo, right? Because one of the Malden guys took that picture and sent it to me. And so I ended up sharing it on some social media after the fact. And like one of my supervisors called me and goes, the chief said, you better take that picture down. I go, oh shit, okay. How do you do that?
Right.
Like, how do you? Yeah. But Billy, I'm lucky I know how to upload it. And she calls me back next minute and she goes, never mind. Good Morning America just called. They're going to interview the chief over the picture.
Wow.
That's awesome.
He's like, do you mind sharing it?
Yeah. So then he went all over the world talking about it.
Can you send it? Do you think you can send me that picture?
Hey, yeah. Can you share that on another?
Here's one of you guys.
Yep.
I mean, the way that the city was after you guys actually had him in custody, and you know what I mean? Like, everybody, you guys are like literally rock stars.
Well, we walked down the end of the street where we threw the keys at the trooper. And of course, our van's not. We're shitting our pants. And, we're looking, I'm exhausted, but I just want to find my shit. Get in the car and go home finally.
Sure.
Like, I can go and like, they're going to handle that.
Right. The rest of it,
Yeah.
you're good, right?
And it ended up, there was people clapping. It was really nice to see like people happy and people clapping, you know, even though they were just locked down, the people felt like their rights were violated. Like, we're in America, we're searching people's houses. We obviously ask people for their permission. And like, some people were very nervous about the weed and we could smell. We're like, we're not here for your weed.
We don't care.
We want to make sure he's not hiding in your basement. We need to make the city safe. We need to catch this piece of shit.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, and that's the conversation we would have with people. But, you know, I'm sure that hurt some feeling like, oh, these fucking cops are coming in my house. But we were just following orders.
I mean, I don't know why. I mean, I know some people, and you guys have it tough, man. You know, some people give you guys a hard time, and they don't appreciate the police. I'll tell you right now, it's like electricity. People really take it for granted, man. That shit stops working. You watch how quick they call, right? You guys aren't around. There's very few people able to take care of themselves. Very few. And and you know, I've seen you guys around the city. I know all the extra stuff you do for people, and you know, I appreciate it.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, absolutely.
You know?
It was good it's good that I know how to talk to people too. I'm like, but like, and we could convince people that like, we're here to make sure you're safe and try to catch this.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
I would
so that was
assume,
good. And we were able to do that. But I'm just saying, like, at the end of the day, we're high-fiving because it was a long day and it was exhausting and we caught him. But we were really high-fiving at that moment because we found the van was behind the people clapping and the news cameras, because there was news like in front of the van. We were like, I don't even know how we found it, but we were like,
yeah,
oh,
that's
thank
awesome.
God.
Yeah, you're like, oh, let's get out of here. So tired. Right. Yeah. No, you know, you guys, people don't realize how much work, you know, law enforcement and first responders, fire included, put in for people and help.
The trainings too.
Just all the long hours and endless, you know, when something's going on, it's on. That's it, you know? So
it's like you it's like the Super Bowl.
There's no rest. It doesn't stop. You go until it's as far as you can. I mean, take it to the end.
Yeah.
I'm a worker, but I mean, you want to talk about tired. Like, it's the adrenaline dump too. Like, when we went into that first house, they were like, we think this is a cousin and blah, blah, blah. And this, like, you're like ready to go. And then, and now you have to, like, wasn't there. We searched the whole house.
Yeah, by the time you get to the 100th house, you're like,
oh my God, you're
just opening the door. You're not even stacking. You're just opening the door. Like,
literally.
Wow.
Because how many times can you do your adrenaline go
up, down, up,
like fight or flight? Like, this is it. I might be, you know, fighting for my life. And then you're like, okay, no. it's exhausting.
I can only imagine.
Yeah.
Not to mention the actual amount of time being awake.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, and let's be honest. You're full from the picture. You're in full, military, bulletproof vest. That's heavy. On top of all those rounds, you're not carrying just your sidearm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Everything's loaded. Like all the.
Well, it's tough too. There's emotional roller coaster because it's a lot of get ready and wait, and then wait and wait, and then you hear the radio chirping, and you're like, all right, we got to do something. We got to do something. What can we do? What can we do? And then boom, it's okay. You get to do something, and 100 houses deep. Now it's like, all right, now what? Right? What's next? And let's get out of here. Let's do this. Right? So pretty interesting story, man. It's sad. Obviously they made a movie about it, Patriots Day.
I'm telling you,
is it true that Mark Wahlberg played you? Right? Is that?
I wasn't going to admit this, but my chief told us to go for the making of the movie, and we filmed the handcuffing of piece of shit number 2, the way I described it, and I thought. And then we went to the premiere. We were there, but
that's awesome.
We were wearing Boston police fake SWAT gear, and we were like extras and whatever.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And then they were like, "Hey, where are those guys that were really there?" And we told the director what happened. Mark Wahlberg kind of was there, and I was like,
Peter Berg.
I was like, wow. But then they made a different ending.
Yeah, right.
Hollywood. Well,
I think Mark. I didn't see the movie, but I assume Mark Wahlberg went and got him out of the boat himself.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say because
whoever it was.
The conversation he had with Clooney on The Perfect Storm. I don't know how accurate that was either.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm not sure.
So,
Cap.
I'm glad because I don't do. I wasn't looking for recognition. I just thought it would be cool to have an opportunity to go to like a movie set, but I haven't really. Talked openly about this, like especially on record when anyone could. The chief went around, got keys to the city to wherever. Good for him. He was in the picture. I was never like looking for any of that. Still not.
No, you were there. I mean, listen, you were on the news. We showed some pictures of you on the news.
Yeah, people are gonna recognize
and everybody was glued to the television, waiting to find out. Okay, what's going on?
I mean, some of the scenes that came out of that, from those bombs, injuries sustained, and they were absolutely brutal. A lot of people stepped up. A lot of heroes. A lot of civilians that saved lives. Yeah. Police, fire, EMTs, medics, everybody that helped. I mean, it's amazing.
Just made me think of something. I should have done some homework. My wife, I didn't know her at the time.
Mm-hmm.
She walked right by the first bomb. Literally 2 seconds by the first bomb and froze. She literally, if she watched like the Netflix, saw herself like in a pink jersey walking by, and she froze when she heard the bomb. She didn't get hurt, but she froze right where the second bomb was. And I think I wish I remembered his name, picked her up, carried her into a store, probably saved her life.
Wow.
And then we met like 2 months later.
Wow. Yeah.
Imagine, and now
I'm
married with.
You were like, I was supposed to be at September 11th.
Yeah. I know.
No. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to lighten it up. I love
no,
it.
So I'm just like all the things you talk about.
Let's make babies. Let's make babies.
So it's just crazy that she, was affected by that
Absolutely.
as much as I wasn't. The whole city wasn't.
I wasn't really I didn't really go. I never went really to Marathon Monday and saw that stuff. So like to go to it, because I wasn't really a bar person, drinking person,
right?
So I never experienced, but it's like
I can tell you this. After that, I've definitely hesitated from going into large crowds like that anyway, without having thoughts like that in my mind. You gotta. It's a scary time right now, and you don't know what. That's the thing about these things. You don't know when they're going to happen. I mean, the FBI interviewed, but I think these guys were trying to get their American citizenship, and the older brother got like a nod from Russia to the United States government saying, "Hey, double check this guy." Now,
he went.
His What?
Do you know what you're talking about? Do you want?
Yeah,
me to-
I know what I'm talking about to some capacity, but
No, I know, that's
have
what
I
I'm
said
saying.
something wrong?
No.
All right, dude.
Yeah, well, he went over to
Oh, you're
Russia because he wanted to practice with the other extremists that were over there.
Oh, this is important. Yes, I'm glad you said it.
Yeah, so he went over there from here because he was already starting,
Yeah, he was already like militarized a little bit.
and he murdered those dudes in Waltham. So then he went over there.
I forgot about that. Right? Remind
I
us
forgot
about
the
that.
Waltham,
That's
too.
He when he was a trainer. He trained. He was a boxer. He didn't make the Olympics his whole life. He thought he
well,
was.
he
gonna
wanted to. He couldn't because he wasn't an American citizen. I remember that.
Okay.
All right, I thought he just didn't make the team.
No, they
Okay.
wouldn't take him because he wasn't a citizen.
So he was mad. Makes sense, right? And then here is his friend who he trained with mixed martial arts, right? And this kid was rich, Jewish, just like, was a friend, whatever. He had no worries, where he had all these problems, and the kid sold weed, and they ended up murdering him.
Wow.
Him with
I
another
remember that now.
person that lived in Florida that was an MMA trainer that they ended up going down and searching, and then they ended up shooting him. He ended up resisting to something happened. So anyway, but he went over to with these other extremists over back in his country, and then the Russian let us know, hey, listen, watch this guy.
The Russians.
The
I'm just kidding,
Russians.
I'm only kidding.
Watch this kid. So when after it all happened, they found out that he was already on their radar, and then
Right.
Well, it's just another one of those things where you hear after they're like, "Well, FBI knew about this guy,"
Right.
but you don't know what that actually means, right?
Right.
It's everybody. It's the same thing we were talking about earlier. It's everybody's like, they let another one go, and it's like, well, you don't know. They're
Yeah,
looking at
exactly.
They may be looking at 1,000 people. You know what I mean? You don't or
No,
more,
that's-
right? So you don't know what's
Right.
actually,
That's accurate.
and they had him on hold.
Watch list could be thousands.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, they had him on hold, and it was
But
because
it's-
of that. They didn't give him his citizenship because of that, But regardless, I don't even know what the point of that is. But
Right.
the point is, it can happen at any time to anyone.
Yes,
anyone
exactly.
you don't know, your neighbor, the person that you see your barista. It could be literally, you know what I mean?
Well-
Your kid's teacher. It could be anyone.
Well, you remember on the news,
waiting for the word to do something.
when they interviewed his friends, they were like,
They didn't believe it.
they were like, dude,
Even
no way.
his teacher, who was his neighbor, was like, no,
There's
it's
no
not.
way.
There's
right?
no way. He's,
The older brother made sense. The younger brother,
Yeah.
it didn't, and obviously he was influenced and dragged into that by his brother. But
wow. I thought what was screwed up is that his wife, the brother's wife, knew, obviously, and that wasn't, they couldn't charge her anything. Like the kid,
Right.
he's still, now they're waiting to kill him, right? Because he got the death
I
sentence.
mean, he'll go through appeals and appeals and appeals. And
I mean, I would hurry up and kill him because he's not,
he's not getting any younger, man. You
and
know what I
he's
mean?
so
He's gotta-
used, listen,
It's
he's
going to be
so,
a while.
He's so used to his living situation, that you're not bothering him anymore. You know what I'm saying? Unless you're spraying him with a fucking fire hose once a day.
I
like-
understand, but we remember we had Johnny Bott on here. Doing time is not is.
Johnny
No,
Bott
he's-
knew
he's-
that at some point, as long as they didn't get the cough, the lung, the black lung. No, no. As long as he eventually would see the light of day. He just had to get through every day, and he did. And then
Yeah,
so
right. So this dude knows he's never seen the light.
never
of day.
seeing the light of day. He's in probably 24-hour lockdown, and he's used to it.
Right. Well, you know what I was going to say.
So you're not torturing him anymore unless
They
you're
say
doing
federal,
something.
Federal prisons are supposedly a lot easier because you're, with the worst of the worst and secluded, and you're not like
Probably
like the
playing
movies.
fucking pickleball.
Not the
I'm not
movies
gonna,
see.
you know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
Like if
So going back to being afraid of going places, and not afraid, but being cautious and knowing, like
Wow.
nowadays.
because you're a father. 'Cause
Yeah,
now,
exactly, right,
Like
right.
now, it's not about you defending you;
Wow.
it's you thinking about your children.
100% true.
And
Right.
that's why, I don't think anyone should be killed unjustly, right? But to not support law enforcement is to not support ICE agents. Like, let's be real. Our borders have been open for a long time, and I don't want to talk politics, but if you're a person, a family man, human being that has any somewhat of intelligence, knows that bad people came into the country and all they did was cross the friggin' border. And
Yeah.
cartel for years, and I could get into a whole episode about cartel. Literally, you would pay them. They called the coyote, whatever you want to call them. You would pay them. They would literally hold family members hostage and be like, we have them in Texas, but you'll never see them unless you give us 10,000 more. So if we all know that happened, right? Some really good people came over that way, but some really bad people came over that way as well.
Right.
And that's why there should be a pathway for the good people. But we need to get rid of the bad people because there are bad people in this country. Cells like you're talking about.
Yeah,
I would bet
absolutely.
my life.
Well, I mean, look at and not but look at the technology just showing up. Obviously, you know, the Ukraine war. You're seeing the use of drones in a level that's changed the battlefield forever. You'll never. It'll never go back. There'll never be another war fought without some type of drone, bombs, missiles. They're all unmanned, you know, manned and unmanned, but
they still send mans because think about what you said about being back then. I know we're talking 20 years ago of military, but you know, they still need bodies, and you're not, I don't know.
The military,
to think that they're not just going to send any soldiers into
No.
That's
not what I said.
No, I know, but I'm saying the drones.
No, the drones are a huge part.
They're going to
It's gonna be forever different.
It's going to be
You're
forever different. And then
Absolutely.
I'm watching some of the new technology where they have fighter jets that have miniature jets instead of missiles of drones that they can launch while they're flying, and they're another miniature version of the same plane. And like now, if you look at the war in Ukraine, the way they're using drones, and then the threats that came from Iran during this war, that they were going to attack California, they were going to attack Florida, and they were talking about launching drones off the coast. You don't know. And if you,
remember what happened with the drones and how we never really resolved that. So it'd be very scary to have a drone do something.
Right.
And if it just happens out of nowhere, where you're not prepared for it, I mean, you know.
Yeah, well, not only, I mean, like again, and I don't want to get, I think I mentioned it to you, some of the technology when they went to Venezuela, they were using sound waves to either, I think I didn't research it enough, but I think it was either sound waves or microwaves to literally rupture your eardrums, make you throw up.
Wow.
People were they were cooking brains from far away. And there's that. And then now the fighter, and I know I sent you something about it, but the fighter pilot that they recovered using technology that to listen. So they went by his heartbeat. They tracked him through rocks. I don't even know what they're talking about.
You want me to play that video?
I mean, it's long, but you can jump in it first. And what's his? I want to give him credit here.
Atlas Berry.
Yeah, Atlas Berry.
It's your cousin, Atlas.
Oh my God,
Atlas Berry.
It's so funny. Back to the Future.
What a shame. That was a great
You know
one.
that sound you've been looking for?
No, the joke. You know, no one laughed.
I did laugh. I actually
It's all right. That was
jumped right in on
you guys
your joke.
missed it. You didn't laugh. You just,
Mountains 200 miles behind enemy lines by detecting his heartbeat through solid rock. You know, in Hollywood, they're like, all right, someone get them on the phone. I'm sure there's already a prediction market on whether or not that's going to be made into a movie. Ghost Murmur was developed by
Ghost
Skunk Works,
Murmur.
which is Lockheed Martin's legendary secret division. It's the same
Like where
lab
you
that
work.
built out the U-2 spy plane and the SR-71 Blackbird. I mean, look at these two planes. I mean, this is exactly what you'd expect Batman to be rocking if he had his pilot's license. Tell me I'm wrong. But how it works is that every time your heart beats, it produces a tiny electromagnetic field. So Ghost Murmur is able to use sensors built around microscopic defects in synthetic diamonds to detect the signal from a distance. And then it pairs it with AI to take out all the background noise. And it can isolate that single heartbeat through solid rock. The airman was completely silent to avoid capture. Thermal cameras couldn't penetrate the rock. Radio signals would have gave out his position, but Ghost Murmur found him anyway. But this isn't an exception. This is a pattern. The government funds the foundational research, absorbs that initial risk, and eventually it gets transferred to the private sector. And then founders build the next wave of companies on top of that. Ghost Murmur is quantum magnetometry plus AI. Both of them exist in civilian research today, just definitely not with that precision and scale yet. And then there are a bunch of technologies that are sitting just behind classification barriers right now. Quantum navigation that works without GPS, directed energy systems,
That's it,
brain
direct
computer
energy. That's what it
interfaces
is.
for
Right.
silent
Yeah.
communication. All those will follow the same path. And the founders who
Missed
are
it.
paying attention to this pipeline,
That's
who
the-
understand where government R&D is pointing, are the ones who will be early on the next GPS, the next internet.
So that's the problem with me having to press the buttons is sometimes I miss stuff because I'm worrying about the buttons.
What did you miss when
You guys
Direct
both
energy?
got real excited about it, they said something.
No, he said direct energy. I was
guys
talking
like
about
this.
Venezuela, dude.
Yeah,
like,
that's
Direct it.
but if you listen,
that's the shit.
if you listen to, and I know this is that Venezuela stuff's old news, but if you listen to the interview they supposedly had with one of the security guards that were there, did you ever see that? He talks literally like it was Call of Duty. He's like 20 men or women they were wearing gear and attacking with 100% precision shooting. Now, when you look into it, there's AI and there's technology now on some of these. Again, you were in the military, you're in police, so I don't know if you may know this, but there's sites that are now, you just aim it in the direction I'm hearing, and the sight works with the gun. All I got to do is get you in my sight, and the bullet's hitting you no matter what. 100% accuracy. So it's hit. Now 20 versus hundreds that don't miss.
well, I'm gonna say that, like when I get out of the military, I learned iron sights. Like you must have.
Yeah.
And then I get on a SWAT team, and I had my first
Red
sight
dot.
was like it wasn't the red dot; it was a floating Trigicon sight with like a little triangle.
Oh, nice.
And I was like, "Holy shit! Like this
Right.
is cheating." Now I have the aim point. That's like the little red dot. You can make it bigger or smaller. Those eight settings, but it's like cheating. You know.
It's like
No,
Call of
it's
Duty.
like not. You're putting that on your even on your pistol now.
But I mean, bad guys can have that too. So it's not like
Of course,
we're the
right.
only ones with them, but-
Listen,
Yeah.
I
You train
follow.
enough.
I follow a few people that the guns. His guns are just unbelievable. All of them. They all have the sights. But he obviously lives in, I believe, maybe Texas. They have silences.
Yeah.
They have all suppresses. And
I know, and it's tough because the point of the suppressor isn't to. It's not like people think on TV. I don't know. I'm going by. I try to learn about it. But I'm not saying politically one way or the other. I just researched it because I was curious, and that whole point of that was to not hurt your ears.
Yeah.
It wasn't about me. It's not silent. People think they watch a movie and it's like dink dink. Like
I mean, it's come a long way.
I know it has.
It's pretty much like
Well, compared to
Well,
compared
it-
to no,
it
and
has.
subsonic, the supersonic, supersonics, the super subs. What are they called? Subsonic rounds.
yeah.
Hey, sick.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty interesting stuff, man. So,
I only know this because my brother's got tinnitus, so he needs the quietest gun, the quietest exhaust he had on his motorcycle.
yeah, right.
Shout out Secret Dave.
I feel his pain.
Yeah, but I mean, when you think about it, right? A live round, you're not wearing headphones.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's like, and another thing I wanted to say about the moment you were thrown back into that was just like, yeah, you do training and you lie, you're shooting at the range. You know what I mean? But what did Bruce Lee say? The bag don't hit back. You know what I'm trying to say? Like no one's
Controlled
shooting
environment,
back
right.
at you.
Right.
So that's a whole nother animal. And I'm sure everyone, how many times you guys have heard, oh, I would do this. And it's like, motherfucker, you don't know what you would do.
No, right.
Okay. You really, and
That's like people watching UFC fights and
Yeah.
being like, I would body slam that guy.
I know, right? He weighs
That kid
135
weighs-
pounds.
Yeah, that kid weighs 140 pounds.
I would kill him.
I would
gonna-
have choked him out.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
He's going to hit you 12 times
Yeah.
before you know you're in a fight.
How about he's going to choke you out with your own arm? Then he's going to put his nutsack on your face
Yeah.
and take a selfie.
Right.
He got
You're going to
teabagged.
be that guy on social media that got knocked out on video because you thought you were tough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always easy to be the Monday morning quarterback. We all
yeah.
know that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I appreciate you coming. That story was good, man. That was interesting, dude. I got to be honest. It went by quick.
Yeah. Wow. We did. That's definitely about a little over an hour because you figure I'll cut out I'm going to cut out all the beginning.
Okay.
Um.
Well, I have a gift for you.
Oh, you
The
did?
Revere SOU is now North Metro SWAT, made up of members from Revere, Everett, Chelsea, and Suffolk County Sheriff's Department. That's North Metro, what Revere SOU evolved into.
That's awesome, man.
This
Dude,
is what
That
our
is
shield.
so cool. That is so
And
cool.
now you can put that on your windshield and
Oh,
they
it's
won't pull you over.
Velcro. That's you know what? Honest to God, I was like thinking, oh, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, it goes to the vest.
I know, but I can.
Or like patches on our
Patch
Yeah, but I'm saying, but the fact that it's Velcro, I can stick a Velcro sticky on something and be able to stick this onto it and not ruin it is my problem.
right.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
I
My pleasure.
appreciate that. I
Thank
really
you.
do.
Thank
We
you for-
appreciate that here at the show.
We do.
We are very
We support
supportive
law,
of
law enforcement.
yes, first responders, law enforcement, just good people doing the right things legally.
We also support all the people who aren't law enforcement that
Do the
change
right
their life
things
to do the
legally.
right thing.
That's right.
And,
Yeah. You know?
there's no life. There's nothing in life, like no life sentence unless you take someone's life. I don't know. That's for someone else to judge.
Right.
You know,
That's it. Yeah.
it's
Right.
not my job.
I mean, taking a life to preserve life is okay.
It's
So
a
you
different
gotta-
thing, right?
know.
Yep.
There's circumstances and situations to everything, right?
Mhm.
Everything is always, yeah.
Try to be kind out there to each other. I notice, doesn't it feel like it's a world where everyone's just dog eat dog world?
It does. I
Yes.
feel like it's an every man for themselves world.
Everywhere I drive, it's like people don't let each other in. They don't wave anymore.
They don't hold the
It's-
door for people. I make
No,
sure I
God
have,
bless yous when these people sneeze.
I have 4 kids. I have 3 sons, and I lead by example. I hold
Right.
doors. I say thank you. I call people sir and ma'am, and they aren't doing that. I have to
know.
remind them over and over again.
That's part of your
But
job too, though.
that's
And you
my
do-
job, right?
And you do it. Right. You know what I mean? That's the problem. I feel like parents aren't telling their children.
Yeah.
Like, you know, she's only 2. And when I sneeze, God bless you. And we thank you. And thank you, Moana, for making a song saying you're welcome.
You're welcome.
You know what I mean? but she says, God
That was
bless you,
Maui.
which is
That
so
was
cute.
Maui.
Oh, yeah. I always get it screwed up. I'm new to this dead shit.
I got 4.
Right? Rory just turned 2. Nick B's birthday was yesterday. How's that, huh?
Is it? Was
Yesterday was my birthday.
We don't
Oh,
do
happy
this when it's my
birthday.
birthday. We don't. We
wow,
let it
happy
skip
birthday.
over. But no, I'm
What do you
happy
mean we let it
birthday.
skip over? Everything is with him. He is just like, he pays attention to stuff that I don't even know exists.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, you're at
Exactly.
another level.
Bad for my cousin Christina. I'm only kidding. No, I'm teasing. I love my cousin Christina. All right. Anyway, Joe, I would say where can they find you on social media, but I had a hard time finding you. And then
I'm on there reluctantly. I try to be private, but
You
No,
can be private.
no,
We have a lot of
Yeah.
people
it's Facebook.
that are
Joe
so,
Internicola. I did Instagram because people would send me videos and I couldn't watch them. So
Yeah.
I'm on Instagram, but I don't think I have a photo.
Yeah.
Up. I don't even know what I
no,
have.
you
up
have
there.
no photos.
So
And-
Instagram is like, I'm not really on it unless
and you don't follow us back. And I think I was
I gotta
like,
try
maybe
to where
it's-
on Instagram.
Yeah.
I don't even. I'm telling you, I don't really fuck with Instagram.
I know.
I only did it so like if you send me a video, I can watch it now. I don't have to like
right.
because
Right.
it won't let you.
Yeah, I know.
And I'm on Facebook because my mom, my wife.
No,
my
of course.
Listen,
I mean,
we
he
all-
said
friends
that.
on there.
He said that because a lot of the times we have guests that are social media
Oh.
influencers, comedians, and stuff, and they have,
they wrote a book.
Oh, they right.
Well,
So
none yet. We haven't any book people. But if you ever wanted to write a book, Joe,
I'll make sure I follow you back.
I appreciate it. And if you're watching, you should follow us back too.
Yeah.
If you're not, and you know what I mean. Follow Nick B. Follow me.
you can follow the podcast.
Follow the podcast.
Yeah. I want to watch. I want to see the 48 other people that they had to be rock stars before me.
No, like 43 maybe were rock stars.
We have
Because
some
we
great
did a
guests.
few. We did the few first. In the beginning, it was just us. You know, it was just us and me screwing things up. And then finally, we here we are, 49.
Yeah, that's good.
I'd like to say we're not a well-oiled machine, but we're functioning. It's a functioning machine.
You're pressing record this time.
Yeah, I'm not missing that.
We did whole shows and he didn't like record the audio or the video. It was like that.
You live and learn.
The episode would start with him pressing record and me sitting here going, no, I'm not sitting here for another hour doing this
I
with
just
you.
told. Oh, it's so
They
bad.
were like, oh, well, I didn't press record.
Well, one time we were we did it and I didn't do it. And then we re-recorded right away and I tried to talk the same things I said the first time. And it was so bad that it's like so.
I mean, I can relate. I I've been hosting a charity Thanksgiving dinner in Revere for the last 11 years at the Castle Chia now. It used to be at the Matola.
Well, tell us about that. That's coming.
Yeah, that's actually a great thing. It's a Mass
2 days
Badge, right?
Yeah, Mass Badge. I'm the vice president of Mass Badge, which is a nonprofit organization, and we do a harbor cruise, and then we usually name who the proceeds would go to, whether it's Cops for Kids with Cancer or cancer research at Children's Hospital. Or we've done families that lost someone or someone terminally ill. So that's the harbor cruise. That's usually in the summertime, and then
What month is that usually?
usually in July.
Oh, wow. So it's coming up.
So-
Great. I thought
so
it was
we
November.
We haven't secured a boat yet. We need a nice big
Yeah.
vessel to hold a couple hundred people. So we're gonna have to be looking for that.
Well,
But
I have a customer that my business that does that out of in Boston. So
okay, we
I'll
used to
send you
do
that.
like the P-Town 2. Then last year we did a different boat. And it was a
Hey.
great time. A lot of people having fun. It's just about having fun, but we're raising money. So your ticket will pay for the boat, and then the proceeds go like nonprofit. But
Well, let us know because the
I
show
will.
would like to purchase
so
some tickets
what
or
I
donate.
do for Revere is I went to a Thanksgiving dinner, 12 years ago in Everett, and it was 2 days before Thanksgiving, and they were feeding people for free, and I'm like, shit, like how'd you do it? Everett Police, Raul Concalves, he's Cape Verdean, and he started this with Zion Church in Everett, and they were feeding people, and I'm like, I want to bring this to my town, like I want to bring
Yeah.
this to Revere,
Right.
and so he was like, we'll do this. We'll show you what we do, and he showed me, and we raise money, and I get so many businesses that support it. We make a flyer. We put the business that donates to it,
Yep.
and then I'm just running around like a lunatic, raising money, shopping. We go to Costco, we go here or there, BJ's, Stop and Shop, Market Basket. We're buying turkeys. Last year we cooked 120 turkeys,
Wow, that's
Wow.
awesome. Good for you.
50 hams.
That's awesome.
We fed about 1,000 people,
Amazing.
and we delivered. The city hall is partnered with me, Mayor Patrick Keefe.
Yeah.
He used to be city councilor Keefe, and then when he got a mayor-elect, he's literally in the SWAT van that I was telling you about with 50 turkeys. 'Cause we were transporting them. I'm
That's
like,
awesome.
I'm taking selfies. He's like, what the
That's
of him
awesome.
holding turkeys in the back, like
Wow,
wrapped
that's
in
awesome.
tinfoil, right, to get it to the Castle Chia so we could
Yeah.
slice them and prep
Yeah.
them for the
Amazing.
next day. We cooked them. I get the school department. Anyways, it's a great community event. I'd love for
Yeah.
you guys to be there.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's just about giving back to the community. And I'll never forget that little boy that wanted to be a cop and help people. And that my job is to serve and protect.
Well, thank you, man.
And that's
Yeah.
it. And so I love doing that shit. And I love making a difference, or at least I think I'm trying to make a difference.
So
doing my
you are.
part.
No, absolutely.
You are.
So
You and also Joe Singer in
Oh,
his Revere boxing.
absolutely. You're going to
You
have
know,
him on if you haven't with the
I
boxing program.
asked him. He said that it's not really his thing.
That's all right.
And I understand Joe, but
I'll
we
send him
still
mine.
we still give you love on the Revere boxing. But a friend of ours, Matt Palante,
Yeah.
I know he always would come to that event of yours,
Oh, always.
and he would do the kids for coats.
Right.
And a friend of
Coach
ours
for kids.
Co-
The
I
other way
always
around.
I always say it backwards.
Yeah.
And then Mario Long does it from Saugus, just like
That's
how you
awesome.
did. Like, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Where you guys, the same thing. It's the same goal. Let's bring it to another city
Yep.
and raise more money.
I was
or
hoping
help more
people,
people.
Like I was waiting for Winthrop. Like they were this close. They were ready. Like
Right.
John Goodwin, chief over there, was like, yeah, he was going to get someone. But it's a lot.
It's a lot of
a lot
work.
of work, yeah.
It's a lot of
For
extra.
one day, it's like, can I? Like I know I'm.
And it's during the holidays of your
Nothing.
holiday, but you have a family and a lot of things going on. A lot
But
of
it
people.
started out like, hey, how do we help veterans and like less fortunate people? And then it just evolved into it's a community day. Let's
Yeah.
bring that city together.
Yeah, it's
You know how
awesome.
political Revere can be after an election. too. It's
Absolutely.
like, let's bring everyone together,
Right.
put our differences aside and break bread together.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's it. I don't care where you come from. I don't
No.
care where you live. Just come and eat. We don't ask questions. And
Listen,
then we just feed people.
Right.
So,
For you, especially someone who's not very social media,
yeah.
I've watched you do this event year after year
Yeah.
on social media. That's how I knew about, you know what I mean? And you don't even do it.
Right.
So,
Yeah,
you know,
because I can't be. I'm not going to walk around like I'm like, oh, hey, can you go clean up the trash? Hey, we need more turkey.
right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Like Matt Palante brings the coffee. You know what I mean? Like, and we're setting up coffee, and and we're making sure that the volunteers basketball team with Dave Leary and like the girls,
Derek,
the girls basketball
yeah.
team. Derek
Amadouros?
Amadouros, yeah.
Yes.
No, so he came one year. He did, but he came a little late. Derek, I love you to
because
death.
he's always working
And he's
that.
standing there with his jacket on, like, what do you want me to do? I go, go eat something.
Yeah, yeah, right.
Derek, you can't do like, because it's chaos. It's
Yeah, of
absolute
course.
chaos. You know, there's people running around. We have upstairs and down going on. The Matola downstairs. We set up the food downstairs with music. We set upstairs with the music, and people are dancing and eating and coming and going. And we, City Hall delivered like 250 meals.
Wow, amazing.
From the turkeys that we cooked last year, on top of the however many people came. It was awesome.
Yeah, that's good.
So,
Do you guys using the SWAT stuff? You're like,
no SWAT stuff. No.
we got turkey team 6, turkey team 6. Move it. ham 2.
I do feel like I need my long gun. Just
6,
keep
right?
Yeah, no.
You eat the whole thing. Keep it close. You know what I'm saying? You already had a piece.
Save some for everyone.
Enough skin. You had taken all the skin.
Oh, it's Lawrence of all people.
Hi, Dad.
You're on my show.
Dad, you're on the show. The one we were talking all excited about.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Dad.
No, it's all right, Daddy. Don't be sorry. Say hi to Joe
Hi, everyone.
and cousin Nick.
Hi, cuz.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
Wow, this is actually wicked cool that
Told
I can
you
do it
this.
through the phone. This
It
watch
really-
thing is all right. You're talking to me
This
through
is
the watch.
This is our first phone-in guest.
This is like the
The
Jetsons,
watch,
Dad.
right?
I know. I wish we could do the FaceTime, but sorry.
On time. I'm sorry.
No, it's all right.
I forgot. I just thought I'd call and see how the baby was doing.
All right. Well, after I'm gonna be done in probably a couple of minutes. Nick was trying to wrap up. So once we do, I'll FaceTime you with the baby.
Great. Thank you.
All right, Daddy. I love you.
Love you. Love you, too.
All right.
Love you, guys.
All
Love
right.
you, cuz.
Bye.
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 All right. Joe only lives 10 minutes away. Isn't that great news? All
Oh
right.
my God, Lawrence.
All right. Anyway, he's gonna be happy.
Hilarious.
Maybe he'll probably want to see if you want to come to the range. We're members up to North Andover.
Love it.
It's
Love it
right
there.
down the street. You know
Love
what I mean?
that.
Yeah.
Yes.
24 hours.
Now, do you know where the police range is there? You wouldn't know.
No,
'cause there's a little-
I'm
there's
not.
A little, there's
Not
a little gate. They
privy.
have like a little chain link gate that they have between the red building and the outdoor indoor range.
Are you a member there?
No, the police
Oh.
department goes there though.
Nice. Well, you can come with me.
I will.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
do. No, I'm because I'm a range instructor at the police department. We go there and we certify everyone.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's coming up.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah,
Yeah.
me and my dad are members there.
It's awesome.
I have it for the archery.
Nice. Maybe the skeet. You doing the
Skeet,
pull?
skeet. Yeah. With
Do you do
somebody.
that?
I go with someone
Oh,
on
don't you?
Wednesdays. Yeah.
Someone.
Somebody who
Okay,
wants to
whoa.
go. Anyway, so maybe that someone would be you.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah.
All right.
Listen, if you
Thanks,
made it this
Joe.
far, thank you so much.
Thank you for
I hope you enjoyed this episode as much as we did. Joe, thank you so much for making the time and telling us all these things. Yeah, we really appreciate it. And yeah, go Red Sox, as my boy.
Yeah. Hey,
Never mind.
hey.
All
It's
right.
the podcast, everyday nonsense. This your God sent with Nick and Lawrence. Like and watch it and comment. Let us know what you want and become a friend like the real Senate. Try not to get offended, never know who the next guest is. Lawrence and cousin Nick. This the podcast, everyday nonsense. Everyday nonsense podcast. Insta, YouTube, you know.